In the last few videos, I've been talking about a client who came to me because she had been facing sleepless nights and a lot of anxiety over the past few months. When we explored during the therapy session what had changed recently in her life, we explored that she had switched her career, moving from a decently paying corporate job to a creative field that she wanted to do always. And being an entrepreneur or being on your own brings about a few challenges that one may not have prepared themselves for. So, in response, I asked her a few deep questions, answering which she felt a lot of relief and got her problem resolved. Another one of those questions was, what would let you rest if you knew you didn't have to prove this choice tonight? Now, notice the word prove, because sleepless anxiety after a bold life decision often carries one hidden pressure. I have to justify this, even if not to others, to yourself. And when someone leaves a high-paying career, a high-paying job for, let's say, writing or a wellness endeavor or something like that, there is a quiet internal courtroom that opens up inside us. And there are two sides of us that starts to argue. One side would say, this is freedom, this is alignment, I always wanted to do this. The other side would argue, you better make this work or otherwise you'll be a failure. So at night, the mind doesn't rest. Both sides start to prepare arguments and it rehearses success. It scans for signs that the decision was correct. And sleep requires surrender. But surrender feels dangerous when unconscious believes that the verdict is still pending. So when we ask this question, what would let you rest if you didn't have to prove this choice tonight? I'm not saying forever. I'm just saying tonight. Just tonight. Now this question interrupts this performance, this argument, this courtroom. Anxiety often comes from treating a life decision like taking an entrance exam. Like it defines your life. Imagine planting a seed and then digging up every night to check if it's growing. Of course, there will be no growth. Of course, there will be a lot of tension because growth requires that quietness, that darkness, that invisible side. It requires periods where nothing visible is happening and having that trust that underneath that soil something is germinating. I just need to water the soil every day. That's my job and that I can leave that. I trust the process. And when she had left the job, she planted something. But the unconscious may still be checking the soil every single night in that mental debate. What if tonight is not about proving, not about validating, not about securing the future and just trusting? What if tonight is simply about being human who made a choice? And often when that question lands, one of two things happen. Either there is resistance, no, I need to prove this. Or there is a quiet exhale. I'm exhausted from proving. And that exhale is very important. Because underneath the anxiety is often not fear of failure, but a fear of regret. And regret is deeply linked to identity. If this fails, what does that say about me? So the real rest comes when identity detaches itself from the outcome. When the choice no longer has to justify your existence every single night. Rest becomes possible when the unconscious understands that safety does not depend on immediate success. Sometimes anxiety after a courageous decision is not a sign of a wrong decision. It is the nervous system recalibrating itself to a new terrain, to a new altitude. You left a predictable valley and you climbed a mountain. The air definitely is thinner here and it takes time to breathe differently, to get used to it. So instead of asking, how do I stop the anxiety? The better inquiry becomes, what would allow me to trust the process enough to be able to sleep in peace? And that answer cannot come from logic. It will come from a shift that happens inside. A shift from trying to prove to allowing for things to happen. I hope you do like this video. I hope you get some answer to this question that you have asked. And I'm sure that will bring a lot of relief to you if you're also sailing in the same boat. If you do like this video and also consider subscribing to my channel, Mind Healing with Bhavish. We often keep posting videos like such, and if this resonates with you, I think it would be a wise decision to subscribe to the channel so that you can get notification of the new videos coming in. Also, if you have anything to add to it, if you have any suggestions, any opinions, anything that you would want to share, or a new topic that you would want a discussion to be on, do comment in the comment box below. Until the next video, I want you to stay blessed, stay healthy, and catch hold of this wisdom if you can. This is Bhavish Ahuja from Mind Healing with Bhavish. I shall see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay blessed.